put my papers right here. Can everybody hear me? Thank you. I want to thank Chicago Tea Party. We made this, we put this, yeah, I'll just take mine. Can't stand using microphones, but I will. We put this on our schedule a couple months ago, and it is an honor to be down here. I just flew back from Washington, D.C. a couple hours ago. I thought what I would do is this. I'd like to take 5 to 10 minutes and just sort of give you an update on what's happening in that city of Washington. Give you an update on where we're at in this revolution to take this country back. And then make a little political announcement. Okay? How's everybody feeling? I just left Washington. I feel great. Wait your turn. I want to say first, congratulations to all of you gathered here today. You are looking at someone who spoke as you felt during my campaign, who thought as you thought during my campaign, who said the things that you and I all felt during my campaign, and then he got elected. And since he's been elected, he's continued to say the things that we all feel, do the things that you all want your congressman to do, and in the process, almost now a year into this job, I've made an equal number of enemies in both the Republican establishment and the Democratic establishment. I stand before you tonight thoroughly exhausted, beaten and battered, more tired than you can ever imagine, with permanent scars all over my body that will never leave. And I say all this to you, and those of you who know me well know that I'm speaking the truth. I say all this to you to remind you and remind me, as I do every day, that we are at war in this country. We are at war. And what I've done the last 11 months, almost a year, is simply play a part, a pretty big part in that war. Everybody asks me all the time, what's it like, Joe, to be a congressman? Are you having a good time? My answer is always the same, no. I didn't think I was going to have a good time. I went there to stop this president. I went there to grab my Republican Party and shake it up back to its core roots. I went there to go to war. And every day has felt like war. Every week has felt like war. Every month has felt like war. Folks, we're at war. This country is going through a revolution for the very soul of America. The media doesn't get it. Neither political party truly gets it yet. And that's okay. They're gonna get it. But this is a war. This is a revolution, if you will, to get us back to what our founders envisioned. To get us back to freedom and limited government. To get us back to the original American dream. As your Tea Party conservative freshman, I can tell you right now, being in Washington now almost a year, we're winning this war, even though it doesn't feel like it. And that's, hey, an important point. We're winning this war right now, even though it doesn't feel like it. It's going to take a long time to truly win this war, but we will win. We will win. How do I know that we're winning? I was visited 2 days ago by, actually my office in D.C. was invaded by Occupy Wall Street. About 20 or 30 of them came in and sat in my office all day. We sent out a tweet. One of them actually threw up in my office. I spoke to one, a constituent of mine from Lakeville, Illinois. And I asked him, I said, why are you here? He said, I need a job. I said, what do you want your government to do to help you get a job? And he said very quickly, we need more regulations and we need taxes on the wealthy. And I asked him, I said, how would that help you get a job? And he couldn't answer it. None of them could answer that. But understand, they are so angry in that with those protests. Most of them don't understand why they're out there protesting. Even more amazingly is our president, President Obama. How do I know we're winning? Look at it. Look at his speech in Kansas. Would you look at and listen to his speech in Kansas yesterday? He basically showed the entire country who he is, and what he believes. He threw away all pretense of trying to bring this country together. He basically said the free market system doesn't work. Individualism doesn't work. Freedom doesn't exist. The way we're going to get this country back, he said, is to go after those who create jobs and create wealth. Go after the makers in this country. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because even if this is really what he believes, I don't think that at this moment in time, that's a speech he wanted to give. But when you piece that speech together, along with the Occupy Wall Street protest, it's clear that this president believes the only way he can get reelected is to rally up that base. Because he's lost the middle of this country. He has lost the middle of this country, and he's not going to get it back. Because the middle of this country, wants to work. The middle of this country wants to keep their homes. The middle of this country believes the money they make is theirs. The middle of this country wants government off their backs. He's lost them. It's gonna take a long time to win this fight. Look, I'm a Republican. I'll go to my grave as a Republican. Right now, the only shot we got to get this country back is the Republican Party. If we don't deliver this next year, who knows what's coming next? But folks, everybody in here, everybody outside of this bar, outside of this restaurant, we've been asleep for years. It is going to take a while to get this thing called America back, to get this American dream back. And the dream, folks, is simple. There's a part of me that says, if you think you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, wad that up and throw it out the window this next year. Wad that up and throw this out the window next year. This election comes down to where you stand on the American dream. And this president does not believe in it. In the America you and I want to live in, you make $1, you make